Today we're talking about Porcellio laevis. Hello creature lovers and welcome to the universe. As you can see, finally we get furniture in here, so the sound should get better over time, at least a little bit. So that's the biggest news, or there is another big news that you will find in a story maybe. And now let's dive into the video. Today we are taking a closer look at one of the most beginner-friendly isopods you can keep. Porcellio laevis. Big, bold, easy to care for, and available in some of the hobby's most iconic color morphs. This time we start with the difficulty level. If you're new to isopods, this species is absolutely perfect for you. Porcellio laevis is easy to keep, very forgiving, and extremely beginner-friendly. They handle minor mistakes well, breed readily, and adapt to different room conditions without any trouble. Description: Porcellio laevis is native to southern and western Europe, stretching up into southern central Europe, but today they are found almost everywhere, a true cosmopolitan species. They grow up to 20 millimeters in length, making them one of the larger smooth-bodied isopods in the hobby. Fast movers, active, and often visible during the day. Perfect for anyone who likes to actually see their isopods. Their lifespan is usually 2 to a maximum of 3 years, especially in stable and well-fed colonies. And here's something fascinating. There are 4 described subspecies of Porcellio laevis. I'll show them on the screen, but as much as I know, in the hobby, there are no labeled subspecies available. Next is the setup. Our standard 14-liter isopod bin works perfectly. If you need help setting one up, I have a full video explaining the entire process and another video showing you how to mix a beginner isopod substrate. Both are linked in the description and again at the end of the video. Next are conditions. You can keep them anywhere between 18 and 26 degrees Celsius, but if you want fast growth and strong breeding, aim for 22 to 24 degrees Celsius. That's where they really thrive. Humidity should stay around 50 to 70%, but don't spray the enclosure like always, only water the moss. This keeps one side always moist. Food: their main diet is simple and natural. Leaf litter and white rotten wood should always be available. For fresh food, we use carrot, pumpkin, and sweet potato, long-lasting and nutritious. For protein, freeze-dried insects work best. We prefer silkworm pupae, but honestly, any protein source will be accepted. And like all isopods, they need a steady supply of calcium. Crushed eggshell or food-grade calcium works perfectly. Morphs is pretty interesting with Porcellio laevis. They have some of the most iconic morphs in the hobby. Those are orange, the classic wild type, dairy cows, creamy milk bags, and the clean white out. These morphs are fun to work with and very striking. And they're also a great way to observe how genetics play out in a fast-breeding species. And speaking of breeding Porcellio laevis is very easy. If your temperature is right and the humidity is stable, they will multiply quickly. Large colonies aren't unusual, and they grow fast too. Under good conditions, they become one of the most reproductive species in the hobby. Common mistakes. Even though they're beginner-friendly, people still run into avoidable issues. Here are the most common ones. Too wet. They don't like a soaking wet substrate. Too dry. They need a humid corner all the times. Too little protein. That leads to slow growth and weak adults. And too little leaf litter. They need it constantly, not just occasionally. Fixing these 4 points usually solves 90% of all problems. Interesting facts. Here's something many keepers don't know. The white patterned morphs like dairy cow, Milkbag and White Out do not interbreed with Porcellio laevis orange and the wild type. This strongly suggests that these white morphs might actually be a cryptic species, animals that look similar to a species but genetically behave like a completely different species. If they were truly the same species, they would interbreed without problems, but they don't. And one more, call it fun fact. Unlike many isopods, Porcellio laevis is often active during the day, which makes them great display animals. And final thoughts, Porcellio laevis is a beautiful, easygoing species that breeds well, grows fast, and forgives small husbandry mistakes. It's perfect for beginners, fun for experienced keepers, and still full of mysteries, especially when it comes to those white patterned morphs. Follow us for more invertebrate insights, and let's keep learning together. Wish you all the best, have a great week, and see you in the universe. Bye bye.